Keeneland September yearling sale saw an incredible $8.2 million paid for the half-sister to champion mare Beholder, top young American sire Into Mischief, and Coolmore's new stallion Mendelssohn. The latter has taken up residence in the Hunter Valley, and as a $3 million yearling himself, he's attracting plenty of attention.
He's a very smart prospect, make no mistake. But Mendelssohn in full flight for the wire, and Mendelssohn will go all the way.
Tom, it's incredible, isn't it, how things go round in circles? Because Scat Daddy, we know that the late great Scat Daddy, who stood at Ashford, Coolmore's Ashford stud in America, well, his son Mendelssohn was then bought by Coolmore for $3 million at the Keeneland September sale, topped the sale, and it's great to see him now at Coolmore Australia.
Well, not only did he top the sale, and he, as you say, made $3 million, but the next top price was $2 million US, so he topped the sale by a clear $1 million. He was the top price yearling anywhere in the world that year, so that is just a reflection of what a good looking horse he is and what a great pedigree he has.
Well, he is the half brother to the champion mare Beholder, one of America's great race mares, and also to a top young US sire Into Mischief. So, you know, the dam sire is one of the best in the world as well.
Well, you would have to travel a long way to find a horse better bred than Mendelssohn. Obviously, his half-sister Beholder was one of the greatest mares of all time, an 11-time Group 1 winner, and now Into Mischief is the leading sire in America. And you could probably compare him to a horse like I'm Invincible in Australia. He's the most commercial stallion in America at the moment.
But Mendelssohn in full flight for the wire.
He always stood out as a horse with great ability, but to put it into his perspective, he is the equivalent of a December foal in the Northern Hemisphere. He was born on the 17th of May, so to get to the Breeders Cup Juvenile turf and win with such authority really highlights his elite ability and precocity. You really have to see his UAE Derby win to believe it, to win by 18 lengths from good horses in the UAE Derby and win in track record time. It was an incredible performance. He announced himself as favourite for the Kentucky Derby in doing so it was an incredible victory.
Well, Coolmore has 5 Group 1 winning sons of the late Scat Daddy. How does this horse compare to them?
Well, Coolmore has invested extremely heavily in Scat Daddy, and rightly so. He's left 120 stakes winners at 12% stakes winners to runners and 15 Group 1 winning 2-year-olds, of which Mendelssohn is one. Mendelssohn is by far his best bred son and joins the likes of Caravaggio, No Nay Never and Sioux Nation as Group 1 winning 2-year-old colt by Scat Daddy.
It is quite a routine that they need to adjust to, isn't it?
Yeah, Mendelssohn's settled in quite seamlessly to his new role here at Coolmore Australia. He's a horse who travelled a lot in his racing career anyway. He started off in Europe and then went to America, then went to Dubai and came back to America and covered his first book of mares at Ashford Stud in America. So he's done plenty of travel and it's been a seamless transition into his new life here at Jerry's Plains.
Scat Daddy, his sire, is really becoming a great sire of sires.
Well, No Nay Never is the most exciting sire in Europe at the moment. He stands for 100,000 euros. He's had 14 stakes winners already from his first 2 crops, including dual Group 1 winner 10 Sovereigns. His second crop 2-year-olds have already been firing in Europe this year, as evidenced by Arizona winning the Coventry Stakes at Royal Ascot this year. So it's a great start for Scat Daddy as a sire of sires, which is very important for us. He's got immense quality, he's got a beautiful head and a great action, the type of action that every breeder wants to have in their yearlings when they go to the yearling sales, because we all know people love to buy a horse with a great action. He's got an incredibly fluid action, he moves very easily over the ground, and breeders who come to look at him won't be disappointed. 4 years ago, Coolmore bought out a son of Scat Daddy called No Nay Never, who stood for $10,000 plus GST. Subsequently, his first crop of yearlings sold this year for $400,000, $400,000, $350,000 and averaged in excess of $120,000. As a similar proposition to No Nay Never 4 years ago, we feel like a breeder looking for a value option, there's no better option than Mendelssohn.